So it's no secret that insurance companies do their best to pay you as little as possible, but attorneys use a few secrets of their own to get more money. And today we are sharing them with you. Colorado's best attorney Phil Harding is here from Harding and Associates. You're going to share some secrets today that insurance companies do not want us to know.
Correct.
But I have to mention that you got a phone call yesterday from an insurance agent who didn't know some of the laws, and you filled them in. You're even getting phone calls from insurance agents. That's
True.
crazy.
Yeah, well, and as we were talking before we went on the air, they don't know the law. I mean, they're insurance agents. They're not attorneys and know the law and so forth.
Wow.
So,
and you spent a good 10 minutes with him on the phone.
I did.
Very
and,
good
you
man.
know, as well, look, well spent. Hey, I want our viewers to understand this insurance machine, and believe it or not, it is a machine, and how it works, and how to best present a claim. In turn, this is going to give you more money when you have a claim.
Yeah, and it's good for us to know it, you know, as well, so we kind of follow the good steps. So what's first? What do we need to know?
All right, well, you need to know that it's against Colorado law for the other side's insurance company, not yours, but the other side's, to take your statement within 15 days of the accident. Now, they can talk to you about your property damage, but it's illegal for them to take your statement about the accident and any personal injuries within 15 days.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know. So why is that? Why can't we talk to them within 15 days?
Look, this law came about because the people down at our state capitol know that the other side's insurance company wants to get information that's going to help them pay as little as possible, right?
Right.
Okay. And I want to go over a graphic and why this makes so much sense. After we look at this, we're all going to know it. First of all, you're going to get a call from the other side, and they're going to say, I want your statement. And you say, okay, I'll give it to you because I've got nothing to hide. So let me tell you why. First, they ask about the accident, and they have you estimate how fast you were going on the car. So the reason why they do that is because they want you to say, man, the guy it felt like he was going 50, when in reality he may have only been going 20. They're going to use the statement later to say that you exaggerate things like the speed of the car. So you must be exaggerating how much you're really hurt. Now, the insurance company at the very beginning is also going to ask you about your injuries. If you forget to tell them about one of the many hurts, which a lot of times you don't know that until 3 or 4 days later, they're going to say, oh, you know what? You never told us about that elbow pain. So it must not have been caused by this crash. We're not going to pay you a penny for that. Now, I've even heard of insurance companies, when they call you up, remember the other side, that says, we want you to send us your medical bills and we want to pay for those, so send us those medical bills. The thing that the other side doesn't say, that insurance company is only going to write one check at the end. Not as these bills come in, but one check when there's a full and final settlement. Now, I want to give you a typical example here of why they want you to send these medical bills. And we look at this all the time. This is called an EOB, stands for Explanation of Benefits. You get it from your health insurance all the time. This is just one surgery. This is a real EOB from a real client. And in this billing, you could have gotten $29,352 paid from the other side, because when you look on the left side of this graphic, that's how much the hospital billed for the surgery. But now, if you signed a release for the other side's insurance company or sent this bill to them without covering up that paid amount, see that little bit further to the right? They would have seen that they billed $29,000, but the insurance only paid $8,500. They knocked it down. The other side would say, hey, you showed it to me, so I guess I'll only pay you the $8,500. Now, this is a lower payment of over $20,000, and it's against the law. Let me tell you why this makes sense. You got this discounted rate because you've been paying years and years and years for health insurance premiums. When you settle this case, the other side isn't going to come back and say, I'm going to reimburse you for all your health insurance premiums, right? So if they don't pay for that, they don't get it. It's called the collateral source doctrine, right? We talk about it. Big words, but what it means is if a collateral source, namely your health insurance, discounts a bill, the other side doesn't get to benefit from it.
So what else should we do? What's next on the list?
All right, here's super important here. Be honest. Don't try to hide anything like a pre-existing condition. In fact, if you had a pre-existing condition, you may be entitled to more compensation, not less. And let me tell you why. If your condition made you more susceptible to an injury, you know, made it harder for you to recover, maybe you had a bad back, maybe you had an accident that occurred 2 years before, that's okay. I want you to go to the same doctor that you saw before this accident that knows your pre- and post-accident condition.
Gotcha.
Because now that doctor can give you evidence, right? Not just you saying, oh, it hurt me a lot. This doctor knows you before and after the accident. They can write out a little thing and say, hey, this is how whoever was before the accident, this is how they are after the accident. Now, the reason why is because Everyone needs to see that evidence. Also, insurance companies are the biggest of big brothers. If you put in a claim before, they know about it. Finally, let's talk about when to settle your claim. The only time to settle your claim is when you're done treating or before the statute of limitations. Now, the reason why is you might have gotten in an accident and think, oh, I'm going to be fine, and then you settle it. Later, you need to get money, and then, wow, all of a sudden you find out you have to have surgery 3 or 4 months later. You've totally undervaluated that claim.
I think the bottom line is just to call an attorney after you get in an accident. There's
Absolutely.
so much to it. So if you have a question for Phil, go to kwgn.com, click on Colorado's Best. You'll see Phil's photo on the right. Just click there and send in your questions. He really does answer each question personally. And if you'd like to contact Phil at his office, Harding & Associates, call 303-762-9500. You can get a free consultation anytime, and you can find him online at hlaw.org. Coming up on Colorado's Best, a lot of folks will be firing up their grills on Memorial Day, even if it rains. So one of Colorado's best dietitians will show you how to have some fun with fruit at your next barbecue. Also ahead, how to find the